you know, I'm not used to that because generally people really do treat me well because I treat people well. So anyway, so it was just a hard trip, and saying goodbye to the big city after a really, really unpleasant visit. Coming back home to some nature and some beautiful fall trees. Just some beauty I wanted to share with you. My YouTube family. I think a story time is what it's called. Those don't tend to do as well overall on most channels, because you guys who watch me, my YouTube family, watch for the meditations that you've enjoyed, the affirmations, the guided relaxations, all of that. So that I wanted to catch you up on what's going on because it is impacting the channel a little bit. So what happened is, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, and if you've watched my probably last couple of videos, a dear friend of mine is pretty ill, and so I went back to my hometown, which is New York City, to help them out. And as you can imagine, it was very emotional time. It was just a lot to deal with, and so did that. Even fell behind a little bit on the channel, canceled work with clients because I needed to travel down there, as you saw, on the bus. Which, by the way, I want to give a shout out to Our Bus. Our Bus is amazing. I just love them. Their buses are clean. They give you water, which is like a little thing, but it's nice. They've always had a good experience with them. They're called Our Bus. And so I went to help my friend, stayed in their apartment and was just doing a lot of different things. Any of you have had a sick family, this person is really family to me. We've known each other for maybe 35 years. I don't even know you guys, and I'm not going to try to figure it now. And so I'm a little bit sad. Not only their situation was I sort of fighting and advocating for them. And again, let me know if you've had to ever go to bat for people in your life who end up in a hospital or a facility, and you know how much paperwork, especially in America, that you have to do, and it's just a lot. I don't want to get too much into their their private business, but please do send prayers and well wishes, and you could just think Viv's friend, and Spirit knows. So I wasn't gonna actually, I was like, well, I'm not gonna cry, just closing my window. But on top of that, so I was dealing with that, like really my oldest friend being sick. And then what happened is, while visiting New York, and I hope they don't penalize me for this, because again, if you've ever dealt with bureaucracy, I basically went in to get a renewal of a passport. I was just trying to think how much I want to share, and I had everything prepared, and waited months for an appointment, months to get this appointment, and I basically can't travel without this passport. So that's important for you guys to know, because I know some of you, maybe you don't travel, or you've maybe even never dealt with a passport or visa or anything. So I get there, and the thing is, you guys, honestly, most of the time I can talk to anyone, any background. So basically what happened is, to make a long story short, and I may even flash it here, literally a birth certificate, a birth certificate now. I'm in my 50s, so you can imagine how old this is. There is an official copy. It has the raised imprint and everything. That's not the problem. I was turned away at the door after waiting months because someone wrote, the initials were written wrong, and the person turning me away even said, oh, it's supposed to, I know they mean this and this. It's literally 2 letters, you guys, 2 letters. And the person wrote it badly so that it doesn't look like the letters it should look like, okay? Again, this is an official document. My mother used it before for this purpose when I was a child, when we came to America, right? It's literally her copy. I have it in plastic. You know, it's so fragile, but it's all intact, has the raised seal. And the person's like, yeah, you know, they did go check with somebody or show it to somebody. They're like, oh yeah, they're not going to take this. And, you know, so I don't know whether it's their specific decision or further, but I just think it's so wrong. There was no, I just think I was treated badly, and it isn't even about me. Well, it is about me, but I also wonder how many other people are treated badly there, because like I said, literally this it's not, the question isn't, is the document real or is it fake? It's just like, oh, those aren't the initials that it should be. Well, and you could see how it could, the person just literally wrote with bad script, like literally wrote their letters in an unusual way. And so it's like, oh yeah, so that's not acceptable. And I was turned away, okay? And I said, you know, I traveled 4 hours to get here. And I had gone, the point was also to see my friend, right? I timed it in terms of like, I told them, this is when I'm gonna come down. I have this appointment. So 4 hours down, 4 hours back. You know, obviously canceling work that day, everything, getting everything together. The pictures were also wrong, and that was okay because there was a way I could take the pictures there. And I won't even get into that. That would have been fine. I would have paid to retake the photos so they meet the exact specifications. But as I said, that wasn't the problem because I could have redone it. It was like, oh yeah, these 2 letters don't read properly, so we're not going to take it. And so I was turned away, and, you know, some other things happened after that because I said, this is just, I mean, this is how a citizen is treated, you know, and like I said, they may try to be more punitive, but because, you know, I kind of feel like it's not full out whistleblower, but, you know, it's just like, is this how you treat people who are citizens of your country? I went in good faith. I did the best I could to meet the specifications, and literally this is the reason that I was turned away, given all of this. And it's like, oh, well, just come back. I'll give you like a month. You can come back. And you won't even have to make another appointment. Because as I said, I had to wait months to make the appointment. So basically, I cannot travel. I've already waited months to get the appointment. Now, it's like, oh yeah, you just have to get this new birth certificate. And it's like, you know, you're not saying the document isn't valid. You're saying they wrote 2 letters wrong. That's what I was told. So you guys, I obviously covered stuff with the Post-it, covered important stuff with the Post-it. So this is my birth certificate. And the problem, I just want to show you. Apparently, where it says number 3, it should read like AA, I believe is what I was told. And you can see the person wrote it, so it looks like so it looks like HH, because they didn't close their loop. They didn't close their loop. So for that reason, I was turned away. And so I was sent away, and I was in tears then, because I was like, it's not the way I would treat somebody. And it just really felt personal. I went in there, I was friendly, I was polite, and I was just treated really horribly at the Jamaican Consulate, you know. And like I said, now it has a broad impact. I can't go anywhere, can't travel without this, can't travel out of the country. And I just think that it's wrong if somebody is in a position of power, that also that you just treat people with respect, and also that you treat people, you know, you act as a human being, not a machine. I could see if this were all, a machine could reject. Actually, a machine might be like, yeah, I could see that it's it. And there was human discretion there, and that wasn't exercised. You know, I'm not used to that, because generally people really do treat me well, because I treat people well. So Anyway, so it was just a hard trip, and you know, I may take a break. I don't know if I will make a video this coming Sunday, but I just wanted you guys to know what was going on. And yeah, it just feels like abuse of power, and I don't think, like I said, it's not right for people to be treated badly, especially when it's not misleading. It's not, the person didn't do anything wrong. It's simply literally it's not even a clerical error. It's less than a clerical error. Okay. And it's going to cost me time, money. And anyway, so yeah, let me know if you've dealt with things like that, because I think we need to speak out. I think it does come down to like power, and can individuals have power? And in my case, especially, I would not want to do any harm to anybody. That's not what I'm saying. You know, unlike like even people protesting against COVID restrictions, right? There might be harm to others. This in no way would harm other people. But yeah, so I was literally in tears standing outside the building, and the person, you know, it just felt horrible. There was no kindness, there was no compassion. And you know, I've worked here in America for decades. I've had different jobs. You guys know I've been a professor. I've worked at a museum. I'm just not used to being treated so badly. And I know that sometimes, you know, people are treated badly based on a lot of different reasons. And so I'm just really kind of saying that for everybody. I don't think it's right to treat people badly. And I think it's important to also have human discretion. I think some people enjoy enforcing rules just for the sheer power of it, and causing pain to other people. As I said, I don't know. I just wanted to share. Who knows? They may get, you know, more punitive, and we'll see. I will share that with you, because I do live in America, and this is a supposedly free country where we can share things that have actually happened in our lives. So anyway, guys, I'm going to end here. And like I said, I may take a couple of days off from the channel, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.